Welcome back to How Much Did I Spend? This here is where I break down how much I spent as someone solo traveling through South America. Currently I'm in Brazil. This week is going from Rio to spend a week in Ilha Grande. First up, the bus from Rio to Jacare, the town outside of Ilha Grande, was 72, and the actual boat itself, I took a flex boat which was more expensive for 110 reals, but I do have a cheaper big boat that's 35, but it leaves Jacare at 3:30 to come to Ilha Grande, and then it leaves Ilha Grande at 10 a.m. to return back to Jacare, so you have to be mindful of that. For accommodation, the hostel I was staying at was between like 50 to 70, so let's say about like 60 a night. In terms of food, it had an all-you-can-eat breakfast, which was really nice. So a lot of times what I would do is I would eat my breakfast and then I would save some for later for lunch, so I would only really spend on dinner. And usually what I would get in a day was like a frango grelado, and I'd usually get maybe like a protein shake for 12. The frango grelado was 35, and then usually I'm getting like at least like a bottle of water per day, which is about like 6 reals. Things are definitely a little bit more taxed here. Next up is excursions. So what I've seen is they usually fall between like 60 reals and 150 reals depending on what you're doing, but they also do have a lot of like free things to do. So for example, I did one excursion which was like a boat tour for 150 reals. For the rest of the days I did like free stuff. You can hike to a lot of the beaches, they're really beautiful, and you can just like use your legs for that. For the gym, if you're into fitness, they do have 2 gyms here. One's a little bit nicer, and that's about like 150 reals for a week. Personally, I don't really think it's worth it if you're only going to be here for a week, because they do have a free outdoor gym where you can do a lot of like calisthenics type stuff and all that. Also, if you stay at this hostel here called Au Chalet, they actually have some free weights I've been using. So they have like a barbell and a kettlebell, which gets pretty much the entire job done, but that's only if you stay here. So that brings my grand total for the week at 1,238 reals. If I had gone the budget route where I had taken the cheaper boat and not done any excursions and just do the free hikes and not spend on the gym, it would have come out to 898 reals. Follow for more solo travel tips and content.